Nah, I just want to tell you where I think God actually makes a little sense, man. He makes actually a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? Think about mankind. I just want people to critically think. Mankind, tell me what your natural defenses are. Ah, you can ball your fist up and you got teeth. Boy, you gonna meet some wild animals. So at some point, man didn't just hatch out of a fucking egg. So we already know people came first. And the chicken came before the egg. They had to scope shit out. It's the first of its kind. Imagine a baby. Now, think about that. The very first man, very first two. Shit, where did they come from? It only makes sense one way. They want to do it the caveman way and make us a whole lot. No, you turn into Neanderthals. Because the things that even they knew about life 3,000 goddamn years ago, you still catching up to. And see, the government is a lie. See, the crazy part, it'll tell you science and all this shit is starting to fold on itself. Now they telling you, yeah, it's a possibility that's another dimension. God been told you it was another dimension. He been told you it was other beings. He has told us this already, folks. Y'all going backwards. Y'all rediscovering what motherfuckers already discovered. They weren't gods per se, but they were worshipped as gods because they wasn't from this plane. They could do things that normal men couldn't do. Aside from just being fucking giant. Can you imagine some shit like that, man? Of course these people gonna be scared. So they worship. And you wanna know what? Let's fast forward that. I think people are honestly scared of the system now. Everyone's a part of it. Hey, look, how many times God gotta tell people shit? Alright, if you wanna be united and you wanna stay united, what don't you do? I'll answer that. You don't create divisions. This shit hard. Man, this shit had a due date when it jumped off. But see, it's, if these people playing checkers, other men are playing chess. They understand they control both sides of it. They can keep you fighting all day and you'll never know. But they leave them with all your morals. They leave them with all your cash, all your land, and just laughing their motherfucking ass off. Evil fucks. Steal it right from under you. It's just crazy that they did. Who the fuck get? Man, we care about the country. Why would you separate it into two parties? And if you don't know, these motherfuckers represent the same two parties that was they take both sides of it. One side was for slavery, the other side was against slavery. And it's just the same shit repeat. It's over and over again, probably in every culture. Because where does time go when it runs out? I'm talking about all the things. If it ain't nothing new under the sun, as God said, what happened when it loops around? And I don't think he's talking about like planes and shit like that. It's just every idea, every way to think has already been thought. See, now that's real shit. I hope I got that. It's not so much that they had planes. It's the simple fact that everything that had ever been thought has already been thought. Every way that a man can think, I don't give a fuck. It's just like, okay, every way that a man think, he's going to think, right? So I already know if I give him something new, what he'll do with it. Because every man and all already thought of it that way. And I guarantee that's probably how he judged smart men. Or at least smart men for their time. And see, this lets you know that people can change, but at the same time, they can't go higher than God. All had to sin and falling short. He had already said it, so all of them are going to do it anyway. Nobody may know, but you and God will know. So it don't matter. Even if it was a baby tomorrow, he was born in sin, but he never sinned, he's going to one day. You can't get past sin is death. And one sin is death. God is gracious because he allows you to accumulate many. But one sin is death. And you can't get rid of God. If it's true in the text, in both texts, because I would like them to be true in both texts, both Hebrew and St. James, is why is he using the word blot out, not erase? Because that with God can never really go away. It can only be covered. God, he ain't with the bullshit. So Jesus is more like fucking white out or redacted. It's like God is looking at your life, but a lot of stuff get redacted. Just a whole bunch of black lines. And God pretends as, hey, he read the whole report. I don't see nothing wrong here. But boy, if it's not redacted, if it ain't whited out, oh Lord. And I don't think God gonna let nothing slide. Because it don't mean, see, the craziest thing is people they want to believe in free will, but they don't. And it's just interesting and stuff. God doesn't say. He knows how the game will end. And he say nothing about the people because they really are given the right to choose. He's not rigging the game. So, but it opened up God to be hurt. But it also opened up God to be impressed. Why would he want it? But see, look, this is why God says he knows you. It's because if you do good things, I don't have to guess. But if you do evil things, I don't have to guess. I know what you do because that's what you do. Evil things. You say, well, your heart lies. Don't mean he know everything you're gonna do. I don't believe that. I believe all of this stuff is in play. Now, some people are ordained. That's who God got chosen for himself. But I don't. Well, now you gotta believe in that because of 144,000. Yeah, they gonna be there too. So that's specifically. But I still think that's by their own will. I just think God gonna help them out a little bit. They gonna have to go out of their way to, you know what I'm saying? It's an everyday thing for people. Just seeing everywhere. Just you ain't got to go nowhere to find it. I promise you that. But I believe he'll like hedge them a little bit. Of course, they're gonna be all people gonna be tested. So that's what I'm saying, man. The Father don't be fucking off. I'm sorry about the cuss, but he don't play. All brother. I think I didn't identify who the people that come back. It's two prophets that come back. That's Elijah and Enoch. Because he said all of them gotta die. They all gotta die. All of them gotta die. His son had to die in the flesh. Everybody gotta die in the flesh. And see, if death really entered the world, when was shit dying? This shit reached out and touched the animals. These motherfuckers started dying. It's like, dude, we don't got nothing to do with that. It's because all this stuff had to be set in play. So I guess it's a reward and a punishment and a truth and a light. All this stuff had to be. Now, did God cause it? I don't know. I just think he's intuitive. But we look, you know what I'm saying, as this is a betrayal and this is all this. God looks at it as opportunity. It was an opportunity. It was an opportunity for him to make good people from scratch. And I don't think the devil can understand that, or he does. That's why he's taking like a bulk of them. He's just like as many as I can get. But in the process, he's doing nothing but making perfect people for God. It's trippy the way it's set up. God is not in a competition with the devil. How can he ever be in competition with it? God put his cards on Job. I don't think he knew exactly what Job would do, because Job came close. I don't think he knew what Job would do. I think he takes solace and glory from it was as he said. He said he know a man's heart and where his treasures lie. That's going to make him at least a good 90% correct, dude. If he know where your treasure, what you care about, if I knew what you care about, I could predict your movements. But flat out know it, I don't think so. This is actually quite a few hints of this. How can names be written into the book of life but also be erased if time was already fixed? It's because time is not fixed, God. God does not know everything you're going to do. Now he is watching it, HD TV. But I think you make your own decisions, dude. Hey, it's the maximum amount of pain, but it's also the maximum amount of glory. To see his people fall would hurt. But to see his people stand under him would be glorious. I think that's in game. Overall, it's going to come down to what is left of the world after that. But it's going to come down to these. They ain't even going to be on a Richter scale. You'll be lucky to say that 1% of God people love. You'll be lucky to say that. Because they done been killed off so many people anyway. Good or bad, they don't care. You think they fending for themselves? No, they're not. The only people that's fending for themselves is these people that's at the top that's possessed by these demons, man. They already know what's about to happen. So they think they can escape it in some way. And God said they would try. But this whole system that they're building is going to crumble. I don't know. You can just look at nature and see how easy that shit is, though. You ain't necessarily got to say God. You can just, boy, nature could just blow a bitch out the map, goddamn. It don't do nothing without God, though. Man, say that the stars, they can move. He said they don't move because they don't, whatever God got going on, he said don't move, I'm not moved. He said the stars sit up there like that. I don't know. Science break away from God. He said he's gonna shake it and the stars are gonna fall to the earth. If one star hit us, we out of here according to science. But I'm saying, man, you so far away, you can't tell where that light emanating. Boy, you can't even tell where the light emanating from the sun is. If you was to go to the heart of the sun, who's to say it's not an angel there? Who's to say that it's not a part of God? Who's to say that all of this shit is not alive? Hey, everything, it's like the fucking Truman Show, dude. Everything knows there is a God except you. Everything else knows it. But I'm going to tell you how fair God is. Even in heaven, these people are not drones. They also have free will. But they know it's a God. They know it's a heaven and they know it's earth, and they I don't know what the fuck they did to themselves, but they had to do something to themselves because Jesus let us know that they don't have sexual organs like that. So you had to put themselves in a body or materialize one because they just don't have physical mechanics. And when you go back in spirit, you won't have it will be no need. Also, I don't think they procreate. Why? Because it's a finite number of them. It is. I don't know if they died. I ain't never heard of it. See, I don't think anything that God built in a spiritual form can die. It's almost like, if I had to explain it in any kind of way, it's almost like God took a piece of himself and made you what you was in spiritual.